Grab your popcorn, don't you stop. It's time for Flick or Flop.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Flick or Flop. My name's Jose.
And I'm Bree.
And witches be trippin'.
They really do, though.
We watched Weapons, and damn, this one was creepy. And before we dive in, we're going to talk how this even ended up on our list of movies to watch.
Yeah. Definitely kept coming up on our recommended list. I feel like a lot of people were talking about it around us. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. I kind of had to a little bit persuade Jose to watch it because at first I did watch it alone and I was like, okay, well, I heard that it was supposed to be like a comedy meets horror film. And so I was like,
I didn't get that shit at all. I did not.
Well, yeah, you kind of do. You do.
I'll be honest, I was more scared in this viewing than like laughing. Like there were some scenes, that were like a little like funny.
Yeah.
But that was like 95% scary.
I would say
to
there's
me.
like 3 comedic scenes where you can see them trying to be like lighthearted and like punny with the P.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he wakes up from the drink, he's like, "What the was that?"
I don't think so. I felt like that's exactly how I would react, but we'll get into that.
No, bro, because you were laughing. You were gut laughing. You were
Nah,
because you were late. I don't know if you were. That's like a coping mechanism for you, or what the.
All I'll say is, look. We got into watching Weapons because number 2, aside from it being recommended, we're in October now. We're into the spooky season. We have to dive into some spooky movies for you guys. And I didn't want the like old school, Halloween, Friday the 13th, or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Scream.
Yeah, I wanted something that was a little bit more,
up-to-date.
modern. Something that had maybe today's actors in it. I don't want to see Jamie Lee Curtis again. Shout out Jamie Lee Curtis if you're watching this video. Subscribe.
If you're listening to this podcast.
Listening because our camera doesn't have. We lost our SD card. Jamie Lee Curtis buys an SD card.
It's not my fault.
But yeah, I just wanted something a little bit more, up to date for the spooky watches, and I felt like this one was a good, up to date movie. It came out this year, right?
Yes, it did. Yeah, literally like less than a month ago.
So yeah,
and we're in October. Oh my God, it's October 11th already.
Yeah, I know. Okay, real quick. So the premise of this movie, there's like a whole classroom of kids that go missing in this town, and they all leave like around 2 in the morning,
2 to 3,
something very
the scary hour.
Yeah, scary hours. Shout out Drake. Yeah, and they all leave, and they even have like some ring footage of their kids leaving, and they're like Naruto running. For the nerds out there,
the same way for the non-nerds out there.
They all run like arms kind of like behind their back a little bit.
It's just strange.
It's very creepy too.
Yeah,
and
it's just eerie for sure when you see it.
And so, basically, all the kids that were in this one classroom all go missing. And the whole town is like, what the hell's going on? We need to figure this out. And immediately they're all kind of just thinking about the teacher. What was going on in that teacher's classroom?
Yeah, like what is she doing? Because she's the only one with missing kids here.
Exactly. And so that's basically the premise. They're trying to figure out what the hell happened to these kids.
Yep.
And so I want to get into some of the things that you liked about it, some of the things that I liked about it. So I'll let you start this off.
Okay, I liked the storyline a lot. I feel like it was played out, and it was not confusing to follow. It was super easy to follow, and I felt like it progressed like appropriately. It didn't progress in a way where I'm like, well, what the heck? That was not like a bummer or like a letdown. You know what I mean? Like at the end, I was happy with the end.
Yeah.
But overall, I really did appreciate the storyline and the way that the actors portrayed their roles. I think all of them did really well. there was a concerned construction worker dad there that owned his own construction business, but obviously nobody, rightfully so, is going to be on their A game.
Yeah.
And you could see that portrayed in this video, in this movie. So I feel like it was really well portrayed in each character. There was a teacher, the principal, the parents, obviously. And you really did get that small town vibe. And I did feel that, it was an interesting watch. You were hooked because it was just so like, whoa, what's going to happen next? Like, that's weird, and you have so many thoughts going in your head of how it's going to end up panning out.
Yeah.
You really don't know.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting the end. Were you?
No. And that's one thing that I wanted to say that I liked about it was I'm more of a suspense guy when it comes to things that scare me. I'm more so like,
you don't want to see what the hell is.
I don't want to see it.
Eeriness.
If I see it, then it kind of takes away like the fear. And
but did it take away the fear for you? Because I feel like it kind of was a little bit more creepier scene. The purse. So like, I'm just gonna, before we get into spoilers, I do think that just suspense like gets me, and I think they did that really well. As far as like what you touched on with like the story wise. I really like the way that they did the story because they followed like, I think it was 3 or 4 perspectives following up and kind of like making those perspectives combine. Somehow.
Yeah, like they intertwine
cross.
or they cross. And I think they did that really well to where it wasn't like your average horror story. I don't feel like we get a lot of those, and the actors did a really good job in portraying like fear or concern or confusion and all the kind of things that you really want to see in
like
a
natural. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Just natural, flowed right.
Yeah, and I think like none of the characters were necessarily wasted. Like the way that they were in the story, it wasn't like they were just in the story for nothing. And I really liked that nothing was your typical horror story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the people that died, but it wasn't like, when you're watching like an older horror movie, it's usually the people that are hooking up, they die first. Or
like the dumb blonde.
The dumb blonde that's like, like, I'm gonna go skinny dipping.
Yeah. Yes.
And then she dies. And of course she's gonna die first. And then, I feel like in every old horror movie, they always kill like the black guy first.
Oh my god!
There was no black guy getting killed first.
In this movie, was there?
Shoot, I think you're right. I don't think there was.
Anyways.
Weapons do better. Anyway.
What were some of the things you disliked about the movie? I'm intrigued to hear it because I feel like I can go last on this one because I feel like maybe there's more for you.
There was only a couple things that I didn't like. And they were things to me that weren't like logically adding up. Like how they blamed the teacher for the kids going missing.
No way.
Yeah.
I feel like that was logical because, I mean, what the hell would we do if our kids went missing and only the class that they're in went missing?
Yeah, but
obviously the teacher sees them every day.
Yeah, but so do the parents. And no, this is the thing where we might disagree.
Yeah.
I just feel like, hey, the kids went missing at home. They didn't go missing at school. That's a totally different.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you know what? That's fucking weird. That is
yeah,
weird.
it's
that,
weird.
All your kids went missing and nobody else's kids. And you know what you're doing at home, but you don't know what's going on at school. That's the part where I'm thinking, like, that's why I probably would be like the other parents, because I know what's going on in my home.
Yeah.
I don't know verbatim what's going on at school. I get an idea, like a recap, but I don't know exactly, you know, a play-by-play.
I just disagree on that point. And it's not something that I'm, like, going to die on this hill where it's like, oh, this was stupid. Like, it wasn't like that for me. But it was just one of those, like, if I was a parent in that situation, yes, I would definitely like have questions for the teacher, but she was already interviewed along with, there was one boy in that class that didn't go missing, and he was interviewed and he didn't go missing. So now I have to wonder what the heck happened with my kid, what happened at my house. I would have to look at all the footage that we have I would go through whatever belongings they have and try to figure it out. That's really it. But the other thing was the antagonist, because I don't want to say yet, the antagonist would pop up kind of randomly without the main characters ever running into them previously. That was the only thing that I was like, that's kind of weird that they like interacted or saw them. Like, I just thought that was strange. And we'll get more into it when we talk about spoilers in the next half.
Yeah. Well, the thing I disliked about it was I think there's only one thing I would dislike about it, and I didn't really like how this antagonist messed up the life of the boy.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
But I mean, it is part of the movie, but that's it. That's literally it.
That's really it?
Yeah, I like that. I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't bad. It was really one of those.
No, but that totally made me sad because the little boy totally resembles our 3.
Oh yeah, that was one thing that was really like difficult to like
watch.
Yeah, watch this because the little boy in the movie really looked like our youngest son.
We even had like the demeanor about
him
and how he carries himself.
I don't like thinking about. I was low key kind of like getting ready to tear up just because I just didn't like seeing. It was like I was it was like looking at my little boy being like sad and hurt and scared and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, parents, this next part is for you. So anybody that has kids and you're wanting to get into a spooky movie, you want to put on something a little scary, something to get the kids a little, frightened at night. This next part is for you. So is this movie Weapons something that you can watch with your kids?
Hell no. Hell no.
You can't watch it with your kids.
No, it's gory.
It gets gory. It's they use some profanity. There is some
it's just scary too. It's like just like bone chilling, and it's just a little bit.
It is definitely scary. But aside from like scary, because everybody has their definitions of scary, there is some like intimate scenes. I think there was only like one or two.
There is one or two, but still.
But still, there's cursing, but the goriness of it, like seeing it's the really violence and stuff like that. Yeah, it definitely is there.
It's loud.
Yeah. So yeah, just a heads up for that. Definitely gets its R rating for sure. So that's something that I would say, don't watch it with anybody that's not of age to watch it. So, realistically speaking, I would probably have watched this when I was like 15, 16. But I'm not saying that, as a parent, I don't want my kids watching this.
No, our kids are not going to watch this.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, was it a flick or a flop for you, boo?
I'm going to say it was a flick. But here's the one thing about me. I don't do well with scary movies. No, I'm not very good with scary movies. I'm not good when it comes to children when they're in scary movies. It creeps me the fuck out. Like I can't put it any other way.
Yeah, it does.
It creeps me out, and just anything like scary. Really, I don't like doing. I like a good story. I like action, and I like to kind of think a little critically, try to figure things out, and this, that, and the third. And that's why I think I really like this movie, because it had those other aspects too, and not just, oh, this is a scary movie, it's a gory movie, and things like that. That's why I really like Weapons. But I will say I'm not the guy that can recommend a lot of scary movies because I don't watch them a lot. But I would recommend this one.
Good. All right. Well, that's good. I think I would probably say it's flick for me because. Overall, it's a good storyline, and there's a lot of build up, and just the way that it flows is super easy to follow along, and it's an easy watch, and it's suspenseful, and it's exactly what you would want in a scary movie marathon night. With obviously people that are able to watch R-rated movies, but overall, it's a solid pick, and it is suspenseful and super interesting.
I agree.
Great. Yeah.
Okay, so just getting into this next half of the video, or audio, I should say. Let's get into some spoilers. Let's talk about kind of the story, and let's get into it. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, you can stop it right here and go watch it. Definitely recommend it, and then come back and hear our final thoughts on Weapons.
Yes.
All right. So spoilers. Damn, I bruja. That's what it is. A bruja. You know, it was a witch.
Yeah.
It was a witch doing all this stuff, and it was creepy. It was creepy. It was creepy. Yeah. I don't like old ladies, and well, that's f***ed up. I'm not gonna say I don't like old ladies.
But I mean, like that kind of, you just
creepy
get
old
that
ladies.
Vibe. You would get the darkness from that person.
Yeah, like
like
the type that likes to like skin cats. Like that's what I got from this. Like
yeah, you could see it in her face.
And like when she first appeared, okay, so sorry, getting a little ahead of ourselves, but basically the culprit behind all the kids going missing was this witch, and she's quote unquote a aunt of one of the kids, the kid that didn't go missing. She's like a great aunt to that kid, and she comes over, and you find out that she's dying of like some terminal disease. It could be.
I really think it's because of her witch practices.
Oh yeah.
And that she, you know, like it's like the typical storyline of like, oh, the old witch needs children
to keep her young or whatever.
Yes, that is totally on par with that storyline. But damn, the way that she came in the picture, it just made me so sad. He was like literally talking to his dad in the van, was like, oh, you know, how long is she going to stay here? Because she's fucking weird. He opens the door the first morning that this bitch is here. He opens the door and she is staring right at his soul. Literally. I'm getting chills talking about it. I could literally picture it in my mind. I'm a little scared.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry. If I had any family members that look like that,
they ain't staying at our house.
No,
you're gonna be in a mental facility.
And I'm gonna side with my kids and be like, yo, she does look creepy. We're not keeping her.
No, I don't know why that husband was like, yeah, I don't know. She's not gonna last long. Like, we're just here to support her. Like, what? Yeah. She looks creepy. Hell no.
No, and then like, just the whole witchcraft thing, like, look, I'm one of those people that do believe like there's witches and shit out there.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, we come from a Mexican background, so I've heard stories of witches and things like that.
Yeah.
And they scare me.
They scare me.
They scare the hell out of me. And so I don't like witches. Yeah. Witches are just right underneath demons, really, to me. Like
to me, they are demons. There's a demon inside of the witch. You know,
even worse.
So, I don't know. It was crazy. What were your thoughts when, you know, like, I guess when the dinner scene, I think that scene in that movie was just such a turning point in the storyline.
Are you talking about when
he comes home because he gets forgotten the first day that she's here? I know, but we have to talk about it because it's such a profound scene.
Dude, like, I wanted to cry only because, again, this little boy looks like our son. He looks like our boy.
Even his worried face, he just looked like him. I'm sorry.
Fuck, I don't even like thinking about it, dude.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the witch did something to the parents to where they're under her like spell or whatever, and she, you know, snaps a finger and they do whatever the hell she wants them to do. And the little boy is like so scared because obviously, and man, props to this little kid, like the actor that did this job. Dude, I want to cry just thinking about you. He portrayed like fear, confusion, and like just the whole
and determination
like,
too. Yeah, like perseverance and all the other good stuff.
Yeah, like he showed that so well on his face. And like during that scene, you know, he's trying to get his dad's attention. He like splashes water on the dad, and he doesn't do anything. And you could just see like the shock in his face, almost like he's like, "I'm gonna splash this water in my dad's face. He's gonna get pissed, and like he's gonna at least react." Didn't react, and it was like the instant fear of like, "Oh my god!" Like my dad didn't even react to me doing this. And then when the damn witch, I don't even know what they called her.
Gosh, I don't even want to know her name.
But when the witch made the parents start stabbing themselves with the forks in the face, and like the little boy's like, stop. And she's like, I can make them do whatever I want them to do. Yeah. And she even said like, I can make them eat each other.
Yeah. That was insane, dude. Like, I don't even know what I would say to that.
No. And
then the fact that she was like, you need to go to your room. Like, you're in trouble. Like, what the fuck? You like ruined my whole life, lady. You like literally did something very illegal. Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah, no, oh, man, that kind of stuff, like I don't even think I can talk too long on like spoilers, just because it does mess me up. Thinking about the kid and what it was a fake story, man, and it's messing me up. Oh, that's one thing that I should have mentioned earlier. They said that it was based on a true story.
Oh yeah,
it was not.
No, it's not. But
it was not.
I knew that.
Come on, bro. No, anytime they say based on true events or based on a true story, I'm instantly like, this really happened.
You know what? That's so true.
And I get scared. I get scared even more. I'm like, this happened. Like, I shouldn't be watching this. Jesus, forgive me.
You're so funny.
I get scared.
Anyways, that is true. It was definitely a movie I had to really push you for, because after we saw the freaking
oh yeah, I was like maybe we should watch Phone Booth.
Yeah. That's not even a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie, but it's a great movie, and I one day want to review that because it was so good.
I mean, it looks good, but I mean, come on, it's
Bree
like
hasn't
2005.
seen it.
But it's not with the times, babe. Anyway,
yeah, there's not even phone booths anymore.
No, there's no phone booth, bro. And like, no, it's just not it. But anyways, the preview really messed you up, and I was shocked that he came back to it and was like, well, we'll just watch this one for the sake of Halloween, for the sake of Flicker Flop fans.
Listen, viewers, anybody watching this, I watched this for you. I was scared. I didn't want to watch it. I wanted to close my eyes at some points. I didn't. I was freaked out. Luckily, see, I'm going into like 12-year-old me. I'm like, I didn't want bad dreams. I didn't have a bad dream. I was like, damn, this is scary. But yeah.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No. I just, there's not really a lot to get into besides that, it was a witch that was doing this. And
well, I do want to get into, do you feel that there was a comedic side to the movie?
Somewhat like, I almost don't feel like it was all intentional. Like when there was a scene where Josh Brolin is having this, he's the dad of one of the kids that goes missing, sorry. He's having this dream, and, he's chasing his son, and he's trying to tell him, like, I'm so sorry that this happened. I'm looking for you. Like, tell me where you are.
Yeah,
and then
trying to get any kind of clue.
Yeah, and then in the dream, this is where I kind of had an issue with it. He sees the witch in his dream, and he wakes up and he's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And
but it was such a raw moment for him, because I would have done that.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
Like, that's
and
where,
funny.
like, it was kind of funny, but it was like, I don't think it was intentionally, like, to be funny in a way. Like, I don't think it was necessarily that. I think that's exactly how a like normal man would react. It was like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm not buying. I'm like, I'm not cool with that. If I was him, I'm praying immediately. I'm like, God, get that out of my head, please. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse God. Like,
okay. Well, what about the part when, obviously at the end where she's getting her shit wrecked because she's getting a taste of her own medicine, and she's like, oh shit, like kids are coming after me, and then she's like running, and then like she just is just such, and like she's at a loss for words, screaming her head off. And then it has a scene of like B-roll of people like looking over their shoulder, looking into their backyards, because she's running through the neighbors' backyards, and it's just the facial expressions are funny.
I thought that was
like lighthearted.
I thought it was. I don't know if I took it as lighthearted. Now look, if I were to say, also, I'm not dying on this hill, but the one thing that I kind of had a problem with was the little boy had to use witchcraft to kill the witch.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
and
that door.
Yeah, and like, look, I get it. He did it to save everybody, which was an honorable thing. But I don't like the idea of evil versus evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like that. I would like good to prevail. But I'm not gonna die on this hill. It's a scary movie. I'm not expecting heroics really to come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he did the little ritual thing that the witch usually does to control the kids, and the kids attacked the witch, and the thing was, they literally tore her to shreds.
They did.
Like, tore her up.
Limb
nothing.
by limb.
Yeah, nothing left. Like, she was all nothing. She was nothing when they got to her. All the kids were like bloodied up and things like that. And a part of you, I don't think it was comedic, but I was like, oh, like, she's about to get it. Like, she's about to finally
get a taste of her own medicine, man.
Well, they killed her.
I mean, you might as well be dead if you're
Yeah.
not even gonna have control of your own body, bro.
Very true. But yeah, no, that happened, and that was basically the end. And I liked it. I didn't think it was necessarily like super funny. I just thought like, oh, okay, this is how they're gonna end the movie, and I think it was fitting. Now, as a parent, I would have liked it if the parents did it, kept the kids more pure. They didn't have to take a life. But that's me sounding like an old man now. That's definitely me sounding like 10 years ago I've been like, that's right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a dad now, and I would be horrified to know that my kids went through this and then had to finish it like that.
No, it's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
But overall, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think the saddest thing about the movie though was that nobody returned to normal.
No,
Nobody returned to normal.
Returned to normal. That was very sad. The boy didn't get his parents back. The kids weren't normal that went to school with him.
They ended it with like some kids are even talking this year, and it was like maybe like what 2 years later or like a year later, something like that.
Yeah, the narrator. Yeah.
And it was a little girl narrating.
Yeah.
What the hell? Where'd the little girl come from?
Dude,
They never show her, huh?
No, they didn't.
That's creeping me out now.
All right, I'm getting chills. Let's end this episode.
So okay, guys. Well, look, thank you guys for listening today. We'll have visuals next time for sure.
Yeah.
But don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments what you thought of Weapons. Did you guys like it? Do you guys agree with us? Do you guys think I'm tripping for saying what I didn't like about it? Am I being soft? Am I coming off as like, hey, chill out, guy? Come on. But yeah, you can catch up with us on our social medias, Flickr Flop on is it Flickr Flop?
Flickr Flop on Instagram and TikTok. Give us a follow, and the links are in the description below.
Yep. And I think we're gonna start posting on Thursdays from now on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We do Tuesdays normally.
Dude, honestly though, like my bad. That was my fault the past like week and a half. I had the worst allergies
That's
in
all
the
right.
world. I had literally had to get an allergy shot.
It's all right. I
I
already
feel
found
old.
your replacement.
Grab your popcorn, don't you stop. It's time for Flick or Flop.